Because they knew that the harder it becomes for us, the more Allah is with us. They knew this, but it was because of their action. And what happened the next day they came out? No one left. No one left. Sometimes Allah doesn't even need us to give us nasr, to give us victory. He doesn't even need us. He just needs your willingness. He just needs that condition in your heart that no matter what He says to do, you're ready. You're ready. The Sahaba were ready. If they overran Medina, they were ready. They were ready. And this is why Allah went to their side and their aid. He didn't need them. Allah didn't need them. He just needed their willingness. He needed their willingness. This is what Allah wants from this ummah. Willingness. Dedication. Readiness. A state of readiness. A state of readiness. We don't have readiness. Right now, if we needed to do something, man, it would take us months and years to even get to the point of being ready. The Sahaba were always ready for anything. For anything. Whatever came that was ready for them. This is how they lived their lives. They lived their lives ready for everything that Allah wanted from them. If it was time to give money, they were ready. There was even reports that some of them used to keep bags ready for when our Rasul needed. They wanted to be able to just run to the house, grab it, and run and put it in front of the Messenger of Allah. They lived their lives ready. Sword and shield by the bed, by the front door. And what did they keep in their house? Every Sahaba was known to keep a kafan in his house. He kept his shroud to bury himself in his home. Because he was ready. Whatever happens, happens. It's coming. But this is what we need. We need that readiness for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need that readiness and that willingness. And Allah will give everything to this world. He will give everything to this ummah. He will give us back that nasr. He will give us that ISSA, that dignity that came to this ummah at one time. I'm going to give you 3 examples in 30 seconds and then done, about how our readiness and our willingness and our giving can be returned to us. Who were the 3 greatest, famous companions when it came to giving for Allah and His Messenger? The 3 greatest. Shout them out. This is Australia. Just yell. Abu Bakr, right? Omar, right? Uthman, right? Everywhere in the world I get these 3. What did Allah give them personally? Who was the first Khalif? Abu Bakr. Who was the second? Umar. Who was the third? Uthman. And because of them and the other Sahabas giving how they gave to Allah and sacrificed for Allah, what did Allah give this ummah in those 3 times? During those 3 periods of rule in Islam, what did Allah give this ummah? Everything. The whole world. Allah gave this ummah the whole world. Allah gave this ummah the whole world. During the Khalifa of Uthman, radiallahu anhu, what does it say? That the Bayt al-Mal was so full that there was no one to take the zakat. People were paying zakat and there was no one to give it to. There was no one. The Bayt al-Mal was bursting to the seams. They were begging people, take some money, please. SubhanAllah, I wish. We now have to stand up in front of Muslims for hours and hours just to get $20,000, $30,000. Then they were begging Muslims, do you need $20,000? Chasing, you look like you could use some money. No, I don't. Please, stop. I don't need it. I don't have room to put it. This is what Allah gave to this ummah during that time. The world. The world. We stood at the top of the world. Not because we burned it down, because that's what we would do now. If Allah gave us the world, we would burn it down. I guarantee you that. We would fight amongst each other so much. We would have to move from this world. If Allah gave us this world right now, we would have to leave. Allah gave them the world because they deserved it. Because they deserved it. That was the ISSA of this ummah. Was that they got the world because Allah gave it to them, not because they conquered it, anything. Because Allah gave it to them. And when people needed something, they knew that there was one people who could solve any problem they had. That was the Muslims. You need a solution? Those Muslims, even though they may be a little bit crazy, they have it. They can solve it for you. This is the dignity that this ummah needs back. We need it back. It's only going to come one way. From us. From us. Allah is not going to help us disobey Him. He's not. He's not going to give us victory so we can disobey Him. He's not going to give us the world so we can destroy it. He's not going to give us the riches of the world so we can fight know for sure that doing nothing is going to get us nowhere. You know, that's one of the definitions of insane. Insanity, one of the definitions of insanity, which Brother Abu Hafsa used, which is a very correct one, is someone who does the same thing over and over again, thinking that something else is going to happen. That's a definition of being insane. If you do the same thing every day and you think that your life is going to change, you've lost your mind. I do know that doing nothing is going to get us nowhere. And I know, for sure, without a doubt, that doing something with ikhlas for Allah and in accordance to the sunnah of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam will always bring good. Will always bring good. Even if what you do may be a little bit misguided, a little too zealous, and Allah will still reward it, even if the way He rewards it is by bringing someone to correct you. By bringing someone to correct you and put you on the right path. But it'll always be good. It'll always be good. Always, always, always. And I'm done. But one last tip for the Muslims of the world. And I get this everywhere I go. One last tip. One thing that I think we need to learn more than anything else when it comes to how we deal with the rest of the world is one word. We need to learn to smile. We need to learn to smile. Wallahi, we really need to learn to smile. Because I'm always asking the world why you Muslims are so angry. Why you guys are so angry? I said, I wish I knew. We look like the most angry people on the planet, a lot of us. Seriously, we look like we have the worst day in the world, and anybody who even speaks to us, we're going to chop their head off. That's why nobody likes to talk to us. Seriously, we need to learn to smile. We know the smiling is sadaqah, sure. Our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam never greeted anyone without a smile, sure. But you know another reason why we should smile? We should smile because Islam is strange. And I'm not talking about the word about, I'm talking about strange because our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, do you know the affair of the believer is strange in its entirety? He said the affair of the believer is strange. It's weird. And I told this to a non-Muslim. They said, you're weird. I said, yeah, we're really weird. You know why? They were like, why? They were shocked that I agreed with them. I said, yeah, we're weird. We're really weird, right? I said, yeah. I said, you know why? I said, our Prophet told us, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that the affair of the believers is strange, it's weird. And he explained why. He said, it's because it's good in its entirety. It's good in its entirety. And that is only for the believer. That condition is only for the believer. Why? Because if Allah blesses the believer, they are thankful. They are thankful. And that's good for them. And if Allah tests them, they are patient. And that is good for them. And He said that this affair, this condition, is only for the believer. That is, it is good in its entirety. So what do we have to frown about? Your life is bad? Good. Good. That's a good thing. Brothers are ready to slap me sometimes when I say that. Man, life sucks. Good. That means that Allah wants to bring about something good for you. Because the affair of the believer is good in its entirety. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's good. So we should always be smiling. When I'm asked, how are you? Alhamdulillah, there's no other way for me to be than good. If I say that I'm not good, then I'm just saying that I'm not a believer. I don't want that to come out of my mouth. If you're a believer, you're always a believer. So smile. Smile. People will smile back. Trust me, I don't care even if they look at you like you're the craziest person on the planet. Just smile at them. You know where I learned that from? I learned it from a dear friend of mine named Yusha Evans. I don't know if any of you know him. Yusha Evans. This is how he is. I've seen people come up to him flipping out of his face. You crazy, bleeping Muslims, bleeping, cursing him out. And he just smiled with that goofy smile. You made me laugh. He just smiled and he said, thank you for asking me about my religion. I'm like, wow. And the guy was shocked. He had nothing to do with smile back at him because you got this goofy Texas guy with this huge beard just smiling at you. So just smile. If people look at you crazy on the train, don't look at them crazy back. Just smile at them. If people say you Muslims need to go back where you came from, just smile. Just smile. This is just how we have to live our lives. We smile because we know that no matter what, if we are believers in Allah on the last day, that the last laugh, the last